Gentlemen, this is Supervising Agent Hank Schrader. Agent Schrader, I'd like you to meet Andrew Kaufman of the Adobe Hotel. Paul Conterna of Conterna Real Estate.
Hey, it's a pleasure.
Important men that give money.
Gustavo Frame of Los
It's just Gus.
Hi, Gus. Gotta tell you, you guys make some killer chicken.
Well, thank you very much.
It's big guys from the city, I do believe.
Absolutely. Good to see
Like
you
at a
supporting.
hotel,
Thank you, gentlemen.
Can you tell us a little
a
about
resort.
And they're gonna fund
Yes, the Albuquerque office covers everything
stuff from
formulating
the
money
station
laundering
and stuff.
to interdiction of illicit. Now, the group that I supervise focuses on methamphetamine, which is a growing problem. In the
Yeah, you
country.
definitely know what that is.
Terrible.
Terrible.
It is indeed. Now, we've had some successes locally, but overall, the supply seems to be growing. I gotta tell you, community outreach, like this fun run, one of the most powerful weapons we have.
Well, anything we can do.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hank. Gentlemen,
Thanks.
Sure, thank you.
Is this one of your agents?
Oh, yeah, no, it's my brother-in-law. He's got a health issue we're trying to.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
Oh, hey, you don't have to do that.
Please, I'm happy to do it.
He just gave him like $1 million.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I love Gus. He's good.
He looks like a good guy, but deep down he's weird.
Yep.
It's all weird.
Yep. It's a rehab center.
I know, but
Just so you know, I won't be back for a while. Gotta have my surgery on Friday.
He took him there though. That
yep.
Oh well.
And it's a good rehab center, I do believe. I understand.
So
It's not the cheap one we saw at Hunting of Hill House.
he's keeping it for you. Look, Jesse, lingering on things doesn't help. Believe me, just try and focus on getting better, okay?
The season ends here for Jesse.
What?
What you said in the desert. I get it. I deserve whatever happens.
Be a dad. Please be a dad.
being a dad would mean, you know, telling him that it's not his fault.
No. But it's not his fault.
But
She did her own choices.
He doesn't believe him, and the only way to actually get him to believe him is to tell the truth. And he killed her.
How much money have you raised so far?
$6,360. But there's more coming in all the time.
Wow, that's amazing. It's been incredible. Judging from the things you and other folks have written about him, your dad must be quite a guy.
Yeah, he is. He's the best.
You don't want to lose him, do you, Walter?
None of us do. We love him.
He's a good man, isn't he?
Absolutely. Ask anyone. Anybody. He's a great father, a great teacher. It was like everything there's to know about
Killed the girl last night.
He's always there for you. He's just decent.
Sure.
And he always does the right thing. And that's how he teaches me to be.
Would you say he's your hero?
Oh yeah. Yes, ma'am. Totally. My dad is my hero.
It's spinning in his head right now.
Does that put him to sleep?
This one just relaxes him a little.
I don't know what this stuff is, but it's pretty great.
Yeah, it looks like it. Where's your phone?
Hmm?
Your cell phone, did you bring it?
Which one?
I'm pretty sure he didn't bring it, Mom.
Oh. Well, you know what that means?
But I know she's having some doubts about Walter.
No. That means he deliberately lied to her about having a second phone. He told her he didn't have a second cell phone when she heard him talk and he couldn't trace the call.
Yes.
He said he didn't have a second cell phone.
Yes, I know.
So now she knows for sure that he lied to her.
Yes, she was having doubts about a second phone. So right now he said which one. Okay, she's having a second one. But people were drugged with maybe it's morphine.
No. She's not questioning it. She knows he lied to her.
Yes, but right now, no. Not right now. He told the truth. Which one?
Yeah.
So right now he avoué. Guilted himself.
He's basically proved that he wasn't innocent.
He proved that he has a second phone.
Yes.
It's the proof that was missing.
How old is that baby now, and when do I finally get to meet her?
No, I was actually thinking of bringing her today, but...
Oh, she's wearing white with black on.
7, right?
Yes.
And he's pink. Hi, Pierre!
The goatee! She's covering her innocence with a lot of black, which means the death of something.
How's your pain level, Walter?
So, when could he get back to his normal routine?
He can ease into it now.
Okay. But he can be on his own. I mean, just more, independent.
Yes. Use your best judgment.
Now that's good news for you. One less baby in the house.
Oh, he's trying to be so nice and he's so happy, but she's getting none of it.
You want to hear the real news? Do you want the pride, Walter? Talk to Skylar. Will you have the pride you need? The pride you want?
Doesn't look so bad, right? What are you doing?
I'm going to Hank and Marie's for the weekend.
Since when?
I'm taking the baby with me. Marie will pick up Walter Jr. from school. You'll have the house to yourself for 2 days. I want you to pack your things and leave.
Why would I do that?
Because you're a liar, Walt. 2 cell phones, after all.
What?
Right before your surgery, I asked if you had packed your cell phone, and you said, which one?
When?
Is it the showdown?
It's the finale.
You tell me, Skylar. You tell me exactly what it is you think I'm lying about. What? An affair? I'm having an affair. Is that what you think?
That's what I was thinking, yeah, for the last few weeks.
With whom? Who am I having an affair with?
Well, my guess was Gretchen Schwartz.
Give me a Bible to swear on if that's what it takes. I am not having an affair with Gretchen.
Oh, I know you're not. Because I asked her. And she finally told me. The money for your treatment, Gretchen and Elliot didn't give you a dime. They paid for nothing. But that didn't make sense because I checked with Del Cavalli in the hospital and not including your surgery, we're nearly paid up. Over $100,000. Out of where? Out of thin air.
She's not stupid.
But then, I called your mother.
Who he was supposed to go see during 4 days out.
Thanks for that. But I thought, maybe she has some money that I don't know about. Maybe she contributed. It's possible. It turns out that not
All
only
his lies is going right back to his face.
she didn't even know that you have cancer.
Tower of Lies.
Crumbling down.
She did the research.
Lies on top of lies on top of lies.
She is done.
Skylar.
It's over, man.
Could you do me the courtesy of not denying it?
Don't take her for a fool.
Skylar. Skylar, please don't go.
If she wanna go, let her go. She has the right to choose.
you stay.
You think that would make this better?
Stay, and I will tell you everything.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I'm afraid to know.
But with good reason.
Chris.
He killed a bunch of people. He's dealing meth. Where were you when our daughter was born?
Yeah.
No.
What a husband you are if you tell the truth. What are you gonna be? You're gonna be a drug dealer who
Yeah.
kill people.
So you wanna make it
What
worse.
does that makes you? Not a good guy. I prefer you as a liar than a drug dealer and a killer.
Wayfarer 515 radio
Yeah.
check. Aircraft calling, please stand by. Jane, Mike 2-1, turn heading. Disregard. Aircraft calling, say again. Traffic 3 o'clock, King Air, turn left, heading 085. Sierra Alpha, Alpha contact Albuquerque Center 13.
He's breaking down.
4.6. Wayfarer 515, descend to 10,000. Juliet, Mike 2-1, do you have that traffic at your 9 o'clock? Wayfarer 515, do you have that traffic? Wayfarer 515.
Oh hell no! Oh, what the fuck?
Two planes got into each other. He messed up at his job.
No!
Oh, that shot is so cool.
So that was the two bodies?
That's two of the bodies.
Yes. Butterfly effects. And it's the peluche. That was it. The teddy bear falling down. Like in the drawing. Like in the wall at Jane's house. That's it. I was scared for nothing.
Okay, wait. Scared for nothing? Give me your...
I thought that Walter Jr. and...
Yes, that's probably what they tried to have you figure out. Like, they tried to have you be afraid. But let me show you one thing. So...
Season 2.
There is a hidden thing.
737, it's the...
Every episode that starts with a flash forward to the teddy bear, you pick the title of of these episodes, and you can read 737 down over Albuquerque.
Huh?
So basically, what it means is the titles basically told you that what was going to happen. 737 being the planes.
Yes.
Down. Over Albuquerque. So the titles told you that a plane was going to basically fall down from the sky over Albuquerque. So, it's pretty intense. I don't know if I missed one of the titles, but basically, yeah, the titles are telling you. It's a hidden clue about what was going to happen in this episode.
Yeah, and we didn't understand why the title was 737.
No. Well, it was the number, how much he needed. 737,000.
Ah.
Yeah, but it turned out to also be the number of the plane down over Albuquerque.
Of course, it was. Oh, okay.
So, yes, it's true that they wanted you probably to freak out over, like, oh shit, is it Walter Jr. dead? Is it Skylar dead? Is it Jesse and Walter dead? No idea. But, if you take a moment to think about it, how many people do you think are dead now?
Because of Jane's death.
Yes, indirectly because of Walter.
Yes, of course. It's the butterfly effect.
Yes. A lot of people are saying that...
Oh my god, yes, of course. Your action have consequences that goes larger than yourself.
Some people say that it's a bit too far-fetched, like it's a bit too out there, but this
yes, of course.
This show has always been about consequences.
But life is far-fetched right now. You do understand that a lot of moments in our in our history is based off little actions that having more and more consequences. If if the traffic delayed JFK, maybe he wasn't gonna be shot. If something happened that delayed him, or even if Napoleon didn't attack Waterloo, maybe he would still, maybe we would not still be alive, but he would have consequences that changed the entire world.
Butterfly effect is a terrifying thing. Yeah,
life is full of far-fetched stories and everything. Like Titanic. If the goggles were not locked in the locker room with the guy having the key to it in his house, maybe the Titanic wouldn't have sank.
Exactly.
It's full of far-fetched stories. So maybe a lot of things happen that makes the history that we have.
Yeah. So I'm glad that you think of it this way, because I chose not to care that it was far-fetched. I chose to basically just go with, you know what, it happened. Now why? Some people are defending Walter. Some people are saying it wasn't his fault. But indirectly, it was. He let Jane die. He basically started the chain of events that led to the death of many people.
Yes.
Some of them children. And he is going to be dealing, right now, he is already dealing with Jesse, but he's going to be dealing with the guilt of it. So, a lot of shit is going down, so you
Walter
can
cannot understand that it's his fault that the planes crash on top of him.
You think he won't know?
Maybe?
Well, right now he doesn't. Right now he doesn't, but eventually, and I don't think it's a spoiler, but eventually...
No, don't talk about it, but I do believe maybe we'll see that whose fault at the crash.
That's the thing, eventually...
It's gonna be the caller, or maybe it's gonna be held secret. It's his job.
People will be asking questions. Some people will have to say who caused the accident. It's gonna be Jane's dad. By the way, little touch of, he started losing it when he called in Jane. One of the plane, one of the codes and stuff.
Yes.
Jane, and then he started losing it. So you were asking, you kept asking, when is he gonna break? When is he gonna break? And I'm like, well, at the worst time possible.
Of course, when you're at your job as air traffic.
Because he was trying to cover up the pain, and he was trying to forget that it ever happened. Maybe by trying to lose himself in his job, but that's like the worst job to be doing. To lose yourself.
When you didn't do your grief.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And Jesse is still in...
Oh, Jesse
It's kind of a bomb as a finale that Jesse is just at the rehab.
Well, his moment was before that.
Yes, of course. It was at the beginning of the episode.
He turned to Walter, in his worst moment. You saw him lock his fingers, he really held on to him, and he needed that escape. But then when we know that the guy he's hugging is the reason for Jane's death, it hurts. The acting.
I saw that coming.
Yeah.
Like when he killed Jane, and I hope you'll be there for Jesse because he needs help.
And that,
he's gonna take the blame for everything.
That's exactly
why. And he did.
That's exactly why I wasn't against him. Leave that be, please. That's exactly why when he went into the house, you were saying don't do it, don't do it. And I'm like, well, he feels like he has to. It's Jesse. I knew he was going to see Jesse, but I was like, after he caused it, he's the one responsible. And I love that he's still a human. He's still decent enough to know that he's responsible for this grief, so he wants to take care of it. He's the one that called him. He doesn't just leave him alone and let him, suffer in silence,
Yes, no, he needs to be there for him. That's the least he can do.
Yeah.
And talking about Walter, let's speak about his family.
Oh, shit.
The one sole purpose of everything that he's done since episode 1, season 1, it's for his family. And now your lies, your tower of lies, like you said, crumble all, and your family is gone. It's gone, dude. You don't have anything left.
It's not just I'm leaving for a couple of days to figure it out. It's really when I'm back, I want you gone.
No, there's no turning back now.
I've always loved I never liked his look in the end. With the pink shirt and the goatee, who's far too light because you've seen photos of further seasons. That it's gonna be darker.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but I've never liked it when it's light like this. So
it's like auburn, or it's like
red, kind of red
haired.
Yes, but I've always thought that it worked perfectly for this scene because you look at him and he looks like a teddy bear. like the teddy bear, literally. He looks
Yes,
innocent. He looks
he's
happy.
wearing pink.
Yeah. And he is so happy because his surgery went well.
I think is what he's showing is that he's innocent, he's pink, he's sweet, but right inside
And
he
then,
killed
yeah.
someone, and he made that slippery slope made consequences that lead to aircraft crash.
And then fucking Skylar comes in and just lays it on him. She always has something to add. That she really did her research, and it was well done. Like, the entire scene is crushing. This episode is just crushing.
It's one girl tired of the bullshit, and every lie is speaking to her, speaking to his face for a lie. Oh no, she's done. She's just completely done.
And having her say it all to us, it kind of reminds us of everything he's lied about, you know? If we had forgotten, like, this was gonna be brought back, and we would have to face the truth. So there were a lot of lies. A lot. The mom doesn't even fucking know he has cancer.
No,
Oh, Walter, he dug his own grave. Like, he was never a very good liar, but, like, in this case, he,
It's all kept tumbling down.
Yeah. And now, like you said, like, now everything he's done has led to consequences with his wife, and consequences with the accident with the planes, and consequences with Jesse. So,
like when I said when you enter the house, you have to be responsible for the consequences of your actions.
How do you think it's gonna affect him?
I don't know.
You think he's gonna be fine, or you think it's gonna bother him?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I want to see a breakdown.
With Walter?
But I do believe that Walter is kind of maybe a big breakdown. Like maybe he's gonna go full power. He doesn't have anything to lose, and he likes the thing that he do with drugs. So maybe he was kind of he was not backing off with his family, but right now he still has nothing to lose. Maybe he'll go to the drugs more and more. I don't know.
There is 3 seasons of this show left, so we're not halfway through, and
of course he's not gonna stop, okay?
No, but that's the thing. If he doesn't stop, that probably means that eventually, despite everything that happened, he's gonna see it as necessary, and he's gonna find a way to push through.
Yep.
But his tower is already on the ground, so what? He's gonna try to rebuild over the ashes of his lies and his relationship.
He can still be a science teacher all alone with his kids can see once a week.
Yeah. What do you think is gonna happen to Jesse now?
He's gonna go back. He's gonna follow Walter, and Walter will do as nothing happens.
But there was definitely one thing, though, he said that can be foreshadowed to next season. He completely believes that this was his fault.
Yep.
And not only that, he believes he deserved it.
I do believe that Walter had to do it's not your fault. She did what she meant to do.
But he thinks he's the one that got her back into drugs. And
it was herself all along. She's responsible for her actions too.
I know. I completely don't know that. Like, you want me to defend Jesse, I'm going to defend Jesse. But think about it. If she kind of like if Walter had never went back, she wouldn't have died. It's the same thing. If she had never met Jesse, or if he had never gotten involved with her, she wouldn't have been there when he was, trying to shoot up or trying to smoke meth and stuff. Mm-hmm. So she would not have gone back. Maybe she would have, but he doesn't know. So what he knows is that he probably got her to relapse. That was the word, by the way, you were looking for last episode. Going back to the old habits, relapse. So he probably thinks that he's responsible for her relapsing, and he kind of is. So
no, the opportunity was given to herself by him, but she made her choice.
Yeah, she did make her choice, but he was the one who introduced it back to her life.
No, he asked her to go away.
I know what you're saying. It's not hard for me to defend Jesse, so I'm not against you here. I'm just trying to, talk about the way he sees it.
Yes, but, of course, I do understand. I understand as he's seeing it, but I'm speaking as Walter has to speak with him.
He's not in the right state of mind for that. It's Walter White.
Yep.
He took care of one problem. He got rid of Jane. And he got Jesse to rehab. That's probably one of the reasons why he was feeling so happy at the end. You know, everything is going according to plan. Jesse's gonna get better. His cancer is okay. His family felt okay. Everything was right.
He was really hopeful, I think. It was that one time that he thought that everything was going to go well.
But it wasn't.
Yep, it wasn't.
And that's the thing, like, with Jesse, he's watching this kid who's so destroyed, and he knows he caused it, but deep down, he knows that there's nothing he can say to change his mind other than, I killed her. And he doesn't want to say that. Because saying that means...
Is he ever gonna say it, guys?
Do you think he's gonna say it eventually?
I don't think so. Unless the situation happens that he needs to tell. Just because right now I saw Walter lie about Skyler, but right now it's going back to his face.
Speaking of, do you think he's gonna eventually tell the truth to her? He said he was gonna say it if she...
I do understand that if he learns from the thing with Skyler, maybe he's gonna tell the truth about Jesse, but I don't think it's really the right decision, and Walter is making all the wrong choices.
Let me give an input without my knowledge of the future seasons. Personally, I think that Walter right now is gonna try to hang on to Jesse as much as possible because he's losing everyone else.
Yep.
So if he doesn't want to lose Jesse, he cannot say the truth. Impossible. Because that's always going to be something in his mind, you know? Fuck, I killed his girlfriend. And that's the thing. He always called her his junkie girlfriend. But then having Jesse crying so much and saying from the bottom of his heart that he loved her more than anything. That's a weight, you know? That's a huge weight. That's a lot of emotions.
For Walter, she was
just a prostitute he was probably hanging out with.
No,
he did call her.
Let me speak.
Sorry, he did call her a prostitute, though.
Yes, but she was like a pin in his shoe.
An annoyance.
Well, yes, for him she was an annoyance, but for Jesse she was something else. She was a daughter. She was a lover. She was an artist too. She was someone you killed, and every guy Walter killed was someone for someone else.
Yeah.
Yes, Tuco was a nephew. Even Tuco was a nephew to the uncle who doesn't speak and bling the bell.
True.
You ring the bell.
Hector.
Yes, Tuco was Hector's nephew. The first guy that he killed was a mole. For the DEA.
And he talked also about, he had a cousin, he talked about his parents as well, people that Walter knew because he bought his, he bought stuff at their store.
A lot of people are white and black.
Walter
it's all
White.
gray matters. It's all gray matters. There's no white, there's no Schwartz.
This is such a good show. Fuck.
But it's good to speak about it.
Yes. There's
a lot of analysis to do with this.
This episode is definitely about consequences. Like, it's definitely about doing a lot of stuff.
I do believe that Breaking Bad is all about consequences.
Yes.
And Saul is the only guy who's like free of consequences.
You think?
For now.
Huh.
For now.
He's part of this show like everyone else. He's got it. He's got his own show too, you know? So, no, he's not free of consequences. We just don't focus on him very much right now. But, you met his guy, by the way.
Yeah, him. I don't know who's that guy.
Well, you don't know, but I was really excited because I like this guy. But, yeah.
I do forget about a guy who took the blame at being Eisenberg.
Yes, well, he went to prison a few episodes ago, but it's been a while since we watched Better Call Saul, so...
But it's a good thing that the heavens happen kind of good, you know? Like, the guy dies, while Eisenberg stops, they caught him in prison, and now it's done. They didn't have blue sky in Albuquerque, but now we see the blue sky everywhere else.
Yes, and Hank is not stupid, and he's always had a hunch about Eisenberg not being this guy he sent to prison, so he kept his eye out for the blue stuff.
And he's too good at his job right now.
He's too good, but not when it matters. That's what's worse, you know?
Yeah.
And Gus just showing up at the DEA because he helps fund a program that helps take the drugs from the streets.
But it's good for his profile. He
Yes.
can be a drug dealer if he's founding the DEA.
DS,
and right
okay.
now, I do believe that he can have an eye over things. You know, it's kind of tricky.
There's a
Gus
reason.
maybe has a plan to know what's happening and being fond of all the things that the DEA is doing.
Yes, Saul.
Like, what do you
compared
know
him.
about the blue sky? Do you know about something about it?
You
It's
cannot
kinda-
ask too much because it's going to be suspicious. But
I don't know.
Saul did say that he was kind of like Walter. He's a businessman first, and it
Wow.
shows. It
Yes.
shows.
Yes.
He is on top of a lot of stuff. It's just that
Yes.
you haven't seen him much yet. But
Yes.
season 3 is
I
this
do hope
season.
that we will see Gus more than this season. We
Season-
saw
yeah.
him a few times.
Season 3.
But
is
I do
this
believe that, no, but I don't understand. I know maybe Gus is thinking that there is some dudes in the DEA that kind of want to talk about this thing, the
Oh,
stuff
it's
that
true.
he did.
Now he knows that Walter has a brother-in-law in the DEA.
Yes, and maybe it's extra, but not right now. You can have, if you went into the DEA, you saw a picture and you saw, oh, is the guy that's dead? You
Well,
can
then-
ask a few questions about it.
Yes. And
It's
then
kind of
yeah.
curious. You can have a curiosity at some point.
But do you think he's gonna want to keep working with Walt if Walt has a brother in the DEA?
No.
Do you think it's gonna end right there?
But maybe it's gonna be quite tricky.
We'll see.
Like, maybe we'll have this kind of terms with Walter,
Okay.
with Eisenberg.
So my last question, since it's the end of a season, what do you expect like from the characters? How do you think they're gonna be different next season?
More dark for Walter.
Okay.
Like he's.
Like his goatee.
I mean, like when Jesse's friends died, he went to depression, I do believe, but more in grief, in a kind of a grief state. And right now, Walter is kind of the same thing. Jesse was in a grief state. He went to drugs. Walter is at his most down, so maybe he's gonna go back to making drugs.
Okay. He's gonna fight for his family.
That too, but I don't know how is he gonna
Fight for his
fight
family.
for his family.
And Jesse, how do you think he's gonna come out of that rehab center? You think it's gonna help?
My hope side is he's gonna be fine. He's gonna forget about the drugs. Everything's fixed up, man. But
Jesse is in there to suffer. Okay, this is a rule that's been put down since the first episode. He's
they
there
have
to
2
suffer.
seasons of proofs.
Yes,
so-
and there's 3 more. He's
Yeah.
there to suffer.
But I know that it's kind of complex. The humans are complex people, so I do understand that Jesse's he's not gonna be able to stand up for himself, having the pens that Walter wants. So he's gonna follow. He's gonna follow a lot.
Okay. Okay, well that's gonna make season 3 very interesting then. Anything else?
No, that's it.
So, thank you guys so much for watching season 2
Ah.
with us.
Thank you guys for following me watching Breaking Bad season 2.
It's entertaining for me and for you. I'm hoping, but I'm having a
I
lot
hope.
of fun seeing him suffer like I suffered a few years ago. It's worth it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this with us. If you want to see the first episode of the next season right away,
Or the full length.
yes, it is already on Patreon. You can check it out right now. The link is in the description. And if you want to watch it on YouTube, we'll see you next week.
Next week, guys. Bye.
Bye.